I absolutely love Showcase.
I am a big Showcase fan.
I talk a lot about listing Showcase.
My clients say, wow, my house looks way better than my neighbor's.
Buyers and sellers deserve the services of 3D tours and floor plans, and we now have the technology to be able to do this very effectively. If you've been around this industry long enough, when someone tells you that for the first time in history, you can pay to 3x the number of times your properties are shown in search results, it's as if gravity were going in the opposite direction.
Showcase has been an incredible product this last year. It's in every single listing presentation that we do now. We've always talked about the importance of marketing your property and generating the most amount of views. Because when you generate views, views leads to saves leads to showings, and the more showings that we could drive, the more offers and better terms that we can negotiate on the seller's behalf. We stand out amongst our competition. I've personally had sellers call our team and say, hey, I see that your listing is different than my listing or listings I've had in the past. I'd love to interview you for your business. And we've won listings that way. So it's been a great tool for us this last year.
So much of real estate, the client's not able to see all of the work that we do. They have to kind of conceptualize it. So to be able to say to them, here's a feature, no other listings in your neighborhood have this, but you do, it makes them feel special and it makes the relationship with the client all the better.
People begin their process online, and if we're able to provide this spectacular opportunity for people to feel that they're inside the home, like Showcase Listing does, that sets you apart and gives you a huge opportunity with clients.
The branding, getting our name out there on Zillow, the emails that come directly with our listing, all of that has been great for our listing presentations.
It's been an incredible sales pitch to be able to whip out the data on that and say, look, they sell for 2% more, they sell 75% faster. We basically just justified our entire fee.
When you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business, you have to constantly be innovating and thinking creatively about how to better elevate your business. And Listing Showcase has been interesting because it's helped me think about how do you get eyes online, how do you drive traffic to a listing, and then be able to show the data to be able to say, hey seller, look, we're not just making things up. This is actually really useful and is effective in marketing your home.
Showcase Listing did more to enhance my agent's commitment to modern marketing than any of the other efforts I've done in the 10 plus years I've been carrying this torch. It's been so nice to see our agents step up and provide these experiences that should be table stakes. And it's fantastic for me to see our brand doing this at higher levels than anyone else. If the others don't want to invest in that, that's their prerogative. They're welcome to do that. It just makes the rest of us look better.